Saw the movie Argylle, so you don't have to. Argylle is about a very successful spy writer played by Bryce Dallas Howard. In the start of the movie, she's promoting her new book, her fourth book, and she's in the process of writing her fifth book. The first few scenes of the movie are reenactments of scenes in her book, action scenes in her book. The spies in her book are played by Henry Cavill and John Cena. After she's finished promoting her book, we go back to her home in Colorado, the Colorado mountains, and she's stuck writing her fifth book. She can't really figure out the ending for her fifth book, so she's communicating with her mother. Her mother is played by Catherine O'Hara, and we get scenes, and then after that she decides, okay, I need to visit my mother. She travels by train to visit her mother. On the train, she meets a fan of her books, played by Sam Rockwell. But Sam Rockwell turns out to be a spy. So on the train, and while she's on the train, her real life and the scenes in her books combine together, and she gets confused, and everybody on the train ends up trying to kill her. So everyone on the train is a spy. So Sam Rockwell is a spy, and he ends up escaping from the train with Bryce Dallas Howard, and they escape from the train. There's a few action scenes on the train, and then we escape from the train via parachute, and then we end up back in her home, I think. And then Sam Rockwell explains to her that everybody is trying to kill her. There's a spy company called the Division. They're trying to find her and kill her because she has information about them, and the boss of the division is he's played by Bryan Cranston, and then after this scene they go to London. They're looking for a logbook. This logbook will lead them to a master file. A master file is a USB stick that has information on the division and all the bad things they've done in the past, and all the information, all the members in the group. So everybody in this movie is trying to find this master file. This master file everybody needs. So while they're in London, they find an apartment building where there's a book. This logbook will lead them to the master file. This logbook has all the information they need that can lead them to this USB stick. Okay, after in this action, the bad guys, the division, they find them in this apartment building. So there's actual action scenes of them trying to escape this apartment building. They end up escaping by boat, and then after the boat scene, they end up in a hotel where Sam explains more details to her, and her mother meets her in the hotel, and then her father comes to the hotel as well, and her father is played by Bryan Cranston, the same guy who's the boss of the division, and so that's kind of a plot twist. And then Sam comes in. Sam tries to kill both her parents, and she's so confused. Like, why are you killing my parents? Why are you killing my parents? And he explains to her they're not your real parents. So, and she's very confused. So they escape from this hotel, and then they end up traveling to another hotel. In the hotel, she overhears a conversation of Sam. I need to kill her. I need to get rid of her. I need to bring her somewhere. And then Bryce Dallas Howard, she's confused. Do I trust him or not? But she has no choice because she has nobody she can trust. She doesn't have her parents anymore. So they escape after this hotel. They travel to France. They go to some wine vineyard in France, where they meet a ex-CIA agent played by Samuel Jackson, and then he explains to her that she used to be a spy agent. So, and then he remembers her, and then her fake parents, after she had an accident or some kind of spy mission that went wrong, and then in this spy mission, when she used to be an agent, she lost her memory. So her fake parents gave her a new memory as a successful spy writer, and she was doing that for 5 years. And then so Samuel Jackson explains this to her, and then so her real life is actually a former agent. After this scene in France, we end up going to the Arabian Peninsula, where they take this logbook. They need this logbook they go to a person called the Killer, played by Sophia Portela. They give this logbook to her, she gives Bryce Dallas Howard this box containing the master file. So finally they have the master file, and then once they have the master file, some bad guys in Arabian Peninsula, they get drugged and they wake up, and her fake parents are still alive. So everybody has the master file, and then there's a few actions there. She gets drugged, but they end up on a boat. So they're on this boat in the middle of the ocean, and they have the master file. There's a few action scenes. They escape from everybody, and then they use they try to send the master file to Samuel Jackson in France. So there's a few action scenes on the bottom of the boat, and then there's a few action scenes outside on the deck of the boat. So eventually, after the few action scenes, they have successfully sent the master file to Samuel Jackson, and then that's it. So that's the end of the movie. So after the boat scene, they're back in her hometown. She's given up the secret agent lifestyle, and she's continuing her life as a successful writer. She's a couple with Sam Rockwell, and they live happily ever after. There's an end credit scene, kind of setting up a prequel. There's a guy who walks into a bar, and they exchanges some words with the bartender, and we find out that his name is Argylle, and he's actually the character for the Argylle from her first book. So that scene is setting up a prequel to this movie, and that's it. This movie, I don't understand. This movie cost $200 million to make, but I don't understand where the money went. It's scene after scene after scene after scene of plot exposition, explaining. Like, there's a few short action scenes in the first half an hour, and it's a little bit at the end, but there's more than an hour in the middle of just scene after scene of no action, just explaining, and just the plot doesn't make any sense. They never explain to you what the data on this master file, why is it so important, why is it so bad. It's never explained, and the plot doesn't make any sense. Like, she's had this long life as 5 years as a successful writer. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, surely people would know that she's fake. Anyway, so the only positive thing I can say about this film is the action scenes do have a little bit of energy to them. I just wish they were longer and more of them. And Sam Rockwell, he's fantastic. He tries his best to give this movie some energy, some humor, some life, but it's just not enough. I was really disappointed with this film. I will give Argylle 1.5 stars out of 5.